What's up, guys? Ryan here with a deck profile and a quick little discussion. Um, we've all been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, but we haven't really been doing anything competitive-wise because the Pepe format is kind of shit. Now that Pepe's been really hit, we've all been like kind of dwelling into like what we want to play, and then Raid Raptors came out, Power Rangers came out, so I'll be getting some deck profiles for you guys shortly. But for now, I'm going to show you what deck I am currently playing for this format. And that is Hand Loop. I am playing Hand Loop. Chris LeBlanc originally started this deck, and then it's just evolved from there. I was actually very close to this build that I found. Very close. I was maybe 7 cards off, and then Cody Engeloff, excuse me if I butchered your name, came out with the deck, topped an event with it, so let's go ahead and get started with the deck. You have 3 level leader. This is his exact build for the main and extra. I might change 1 or 2 cards around, but for now this has been the very best deck build, so that's essentially what I'm going to be playing. So 3 level, 2 power giant, 3 synchro fusionist, searches out brilliant, instant fusion and refusion, 2 gem knight lapis lazuli, or 2 gem knight lazuli, 1 trick clown. I play 1 tuning wire because it's an additional light target, and this is actually not a bad card. Level 1 or level 2 lets you get an additional draw, and it's a light, so it actually makes it really good. You can bring it back with junk synchron and then make plays from there. Like it's actually pretty decent. So those are those engines. Zombie engine is 2 Unizombie, Mizuki, and Plague. Plague is pretty good because there are times where you'll draw both Lazuli on accident somehow. And to make your Brilliant Fusion live, you just have to set one on top of deck. So you just summon Plague and then boom. It's pretty good. Pretty broken. GG. Then you have Recover, Frankenderp, and Ghost Ogre. It's your Psychic engine. Frankenderp is an additional draw. Ghost Ogre is an additional tuner or a way to get around certain cards. And then Recover is a double tuner, essentially. Next up, you play your level 1s for 1/1, which is Global Jet Synchron and Synchron Resonator. I personally prefer to have Synchron Resonator in hand later game, just because it is an additional special summon if you are deciding to take the Maxi Challenge and you can deck them out, or if you really just need a level 1 tuner. You kind of have to use Jet Synchron early in the game, so Jet Synchron is really no longer viable at that point, so you just really use it early game. 1 Junk Synchron and 1 Doppel Warrior. There have been times I really just want to cut the Doppel Warrior, but it also came in clutch. So, like today at our regionals or our locals, I plagued for Doppel, and then I just like kept synchroing. So it just made really good plays. That's it for the monster count. For spells, you play triple emergency teleport. If this card gets hit, this deck will be dead. So I mean, enjoy while it lasts. Triple upstart, triple brilliant fusion, triple instant fusion, 1 refusion, 1 foolish burial, 1 for 1, and the most broken card in the deck, Soul Charge. If you essentially open Soul Charge, you can loop no matter what. There's not a like if and or but about it. So extra deck, you play the beautiful league tokens, 1 Gnar, 1 Zac, best jungler in game. Don't let anybody tell you different. And then Gnar, best top laner in game, possibly. Next up, you play 1 Norden. You play 1 Seraphinite. You play double Formula Synchron, double Tatsunoko, which I might cut down to 1 and play Herald, just so I have like a last second, like even if I loop 4 cards, I have Herald on board. That way you can't really do anything. And if I'm playing like against Infernoroids, which has happened in the Topic the Reasoning, you're milling everything, so it really doesn't matter at that point. 1 Hyper Librarian, 1 XL, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, additional summon. And this is actually really good with, like, if you sight in certain cards. Like, oh my gosh. Frickin', I can't even remember the card now. I'll tell you about it. Let's see if I can figure it out. 1 Yazi, 1 Baxi. This is so you can bounce Trish back and then also extend your Norden plays. Triple Omega, and then Trish, and you Trish twice by summoning Baxi to bounce the Trish and then go into Trish again. That's about it, guys. The side deck really, in my opinion, does not matter. as of right now. At least mine doesn't, because I don't have all the cards that I need. Like Black Rose, irrelevant. Scarlight is actually pretty relevant. I could have beat not this local, but the last locals I went to. I could have beat Despots if I would have actually cited this in, and I didn't. So boo on me. Stardust is irrelevant. Maxis can kind of be irrelevant, but kind of not. It just all depends. Regeki, double Space Typhoon, double Zombie World. This is so key in the Monarch matchup, you don't even know. And then it makes your Mizuki like really fucking busted, because you need to bring back something that you really need. You can summon Norden back out, which is really freaking strong. And triple Mind Crush. Mind Crush is actually, if you can't loop all 5 cards, I think Mind Crush is just as good as backup, because half the time, like especially if you're playing against Pepe, we'll just search out something with Joker and then you'll just Mind Crush it. So that's it, guys. That's the deck profile. Yeah, Nat Beast, Chimera Tech, Core, Dre, or whatever it is. Definitely need to be sided in, or definitely need to be in your side deck. I can't express those enough. Maybe a second Ghost Ogre, in my opinion. I think a second Ghost Ogre would be key to the deck. This deck is really easy to build. I would say the hardest card to get is Omegas, and possibly Brilliant Fusions, depending on where you're at, or if you buy online or not. But I mean, Ghost Ogre's getting reprinted, and everything else is like really, really cheap. Like common fusions are cheap. Teleports are getting reprinted. Soul Chargers had a common reprint. Norden's mass printed. Formulas are pretty. I would say probably Tatsunoko and Omegas are the hardest cards to get. And maybe a Trish. That's about it. Like I mean, other than that, like the deck's pretty easy to build, and your side deck really just depends on your locals. So, thanks guys. That's the deck profile for now. When I have everything, when I'm completely situated with the deck, I will do a updated deck profile. But for now, this is just the variant I am running. Next Tuesday, I should be uploading a Ranger video, and then the Saturday after that, I should be uploading a Raid Raptor deck profile, since they essentially got all their support, except for like maybe 1 or 2 cards. Like, yeah, 2 cards skip force, and then they're rank 10. They're towers. And then I'm going to try and get a Phantom Knight deck build. So, thanks guys.